Good morning, friends and family. Rise and shine. Welcome to Thursday. So, I want to talk to you guys this morning about a couple of scriptures that I've read that are very intriguing to me. I hope that you find them equally as intriguing. Matthew 25:29 and Mark 4:24. And so, in one, Jesus is talking about money, and in the other one, he's explaining why he uses parables. I believe that in the context of both times that he mentions this, that he's really talking about people's ability to listen and want to hear what it is that Jesus is really trying to say. In other words, there has to be a desire for understanding. There has to be a desire for truth. That's really what it is. When you boil it down to the essence, there has to be a desire for truth. And so he says, for those who have, I will give even more. For those who don't have, I'll even take away that little which they do have. Go read it for yourself. Mark 24, 4:24, and Matthew 25:29. And so I believe that, well, let me just say this. So I have an example in my life where, and these scriptures made me think of this, like where I was faithful to ask boldly for something from the Lord, and he was faithful to give me more. And every time I got more, I wanted more. And so I asked for more and I kept getting more. And so about 2.5, maybe 3 years ago tops, I started asking the Lord for a revelation. It was really the first time in my life that I really recognized that the Lord was the one that was responsible for some of the visions that I would have, some of the dreams that I would have, some of the knowledge that I would have, some of the scripture I would be able to recall, some of just the understanding that I was gaining. And so and really it culminated in a point where I broke down and I felt like I was like at rock bottom and just broken into pieces. And I remember I was walking around my pool at the time. I was walking around my pool with my pool net. I was getting the leaves out of the pool, and I looked up, at my house, and I remember we were struggling. We were struggling, and I was like, you know what, Lord, if I lose all of this, I'm still rich beyond measure because I have you. And it was that moment that I got a massive amount of revelation from God about the true nature and character of Jesus. And so I remember asking the Lord, Lord, just give me more revelation. Let me walk in revelation. Like if I get nothing else, let me get more revelation. Because like it's from you. It's tangibly from you. It's unmistakably from you. And I want more of it. Because you know what? Darkness cannot exist in the presence of light. When light shows up, darkness must go. And like that's what I'm trying to do with these videos. I'm trying to speak life. I'm trying to speak light over you, over the people that are watching this video. I am doing my dead level best to speak life over you because speaking truth is speaking life over you. And so why do I bring up those scriptures? Because I want you to be bold in your prayer life. I want you to like experience what it's like to be able to have eyes to see and ears to hear, to be able to see and move in the kingdom, to recognize that the invisible is more real than the visible. Like I want you to be able to move in the kingdom and know it and see it and be confident in it. I'm not talking about faking it. I'm not talking about faking it until you make it. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about recognizing that like God is wanting to fill you up. Like God we are meant to have lives of abundance. He says in those scriptures, those who have it, I'll give even more to. Those who don't have it, essentially what he's saying is those who don't want it, I'll take from them what they already do have. What little they do have, I'll take. And it's because of their lack of desire for truth. Because the bottom line is, everything that we do is based on what we believe. The decisions that you make each and every day in your life is based on what you believe. You believe something. You believe something. Some people say, well, I don't believe in God. That doesn't mean you don't believe in anything. You just believe in something different. Now, I would tell you that the thing that you believe in is just not true. That is my belief, because I believe in one truth, one God, one way. And so I want you to be blessed by this. I want you to know that God has more for you. If you want more, God has more for you. And so, if you're half-hearted about it and you don't really want it and you're just going through the motions, you're just wasting time and you're fooling yourself. You're definitely not fooling God. And so, I want to encourage you that, like, God has so much more that he wants to show us, that he wants to give us. I just recognized, like, what God has done for me in this one lane, in this one area of my life. And it's like, man, why have I not been asking for that in other areas of my life? I've asked for more revelation. He's given me more revelation. He came to Solomon and he said, Solomon, I'll give you anything you want. Just tell me, what do you want? Solomon didn't ask for fame or money or riches or power. He asked for wisdom. He asked for wisdom. And Solomon is known as the wisest man who ever lived. So I want you to be encouraged. I want you to know that you've got a God that is for you and is not against you. All you have to do is have the desire to want to get to know him, to want more for yourself. I'm praying for you. I'm rooting for you. I hope that you're blessed by this message. I hope you have a fantastic day. Can't wait to see you guys tomorrow.